Hey, good morning, friends. It's Joe. Welcome to my scripture reflection for Thursday, July the 17th. Hope all is well with you on this Thursday morning. I'm having one of those mornings where I'm having to shake my brain around a little bit. I usually don't make a post on the same day that I'm going to present a video, but I did that today. So you have two posts from me today. I hope that you can see them both. And I hope that you look in on JJ and send really good energy to all donkeys around the world. They are truly overworked, treated in most situations very badly, discarded when they can't do enough, overworked. They are really beautiful animals too. They have such a spirit about them. They're very loving. And I always had a soft spot from when I was a very little boy. So, just something to share with you today as we always try to open our minds more to the plight of animals and then what we can do, which we can always do something, sending them prayers, positive energy, love, and compassion. And we can do that right in our own home. Nice to travel and meet them, but we could always send them positive energy. With that, I'm going to ask you to quiet your minds and hearts as we prepare to hear today's gospel, which is from St. Matthew, chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. Jesus said, "Come to me, all who are labor and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves. For my yoke is easy and my burden light." This is one of my favorite gospels. I just love hearing Jesus' words. The yoke, as I've probably described to you in past videos, is a wooden harness type contraption that is fitted around an oxen so that they could more effectively work in the fields. It provides them with less discomfort and it provides them with the ability to do it with less stress on themselves. As a footnote and an important one, Jesus walked the earth 2,000 years ago. There were no backhoes, tractors, anything like that. So the oxen and the other animals had to work. Today, they really do not have to work in most situations. So that's just a little footnote. But Jesus shows his care for them in this gospel. And I think I can take a step beyond and a little bit out on a limb, so to speak, to say that he probably went out of his way as a carpenter to fit the oxen many times in their life. After all, the one that they wear when they're very young versus when they get bigger and stronger and older, maybe one for the colder weather versus the warm weather. Maybe there was one for them if they had an issue with one of their feet and he made a different yoke for them. Throughout their lives, they probably had many yokes made for them by Jesus. And I say this because I believe we do too. If you'll indulge me for a moment, I can share with you just a few of the dogs in my life and when they came in and how they were a yoke for me. When I was very young, I was bullied very badly. I had psoriasis head to toe. I was bullied by many different kids in school. I had the creeping crud. I didn't know what to do with myself after a while. After all, bullying wasn't focused on like it is today. But along came my brother, as I called him, Fritz, my dachshund. And Fritz taught me how to be tough. He was a tough little egg, let me tell you. He had epilepsy, but he worked through it. He was tough as nails when he needed to be. And I realized that I could kind of toughen myself up because of his example. Years later, I adopted Spartacus. Spartacus was an amazing, smart dog. A mixed breed as it's known, very, very smart. And when he walked in this house, he took on leadership just like he had lived it his entire life. He came at a time where I needed to learn more about leadership. And because of Spartacus's yoke, an example for me at the right time of my life, I learned. Then there was Shelby. Shelby came along in a time of my life where I needed to learn about compassion more. I was becoming a deacon. Well, no one was more compassionate than my baby girl. She was a therapy dog and she was amazing. And Jesus brought her along as a yoke, also at the right time. And then there was Daniel. And Daniel came along when I needed an exclamation point on my purpose. And boy, did he bring it. Surviving the gas chamber and being such a spokesdog for all the animals in need, he provided me the perfect yoke through Jesus at that time in my life. I share this with you only because I believe Jesus does this for each one of us. Sometimes we just don't recognize it. But the yokes come in the form of events in our life. They come in the form of people, animals, many different situations, and they all fit so nicely in a time when we have to do the work, so to speak, just like the ox did. But Jesus is there, providing us exactly what we need through his love and his spirit. What about you? Can you reflect today a little bit on the yokes that Jesus has given you throughout your life? Maybe it's a good day to be thankful for them and thank Jesus and say, wow, I appreciate what you have done for me. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Thursday. As always, I hope it was helpful and you could take it through your day. I always welcome and appreciate your comments and your thoughts, and I always appreciate your presence here with me. I want to wish you a wonderful Thursday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Sunday with another scripture reflection. Take care.